Alright, so V. Um, latest installer is under our POS beta. What I'm using is this one. I have Windows version 2.0, ending with 2.0 February 5. Alright, so V can work as a cash sales or under a customer name. So let's do a basic transaction. So let's say set this to $6. Alright, so when testing, the minimum value should be $6 for either um, loading the card or using it as a payment. Right, let's enter that, then V card. Right, so here's the VID, and so if you see a pin in the new test V card CSV G sheet, you need to add 0 in front of it. Pin codes are meant to be 4-digit. Right. So the first post, when you hit post, it will try to communicate with V and try if the balance is enough. So in this case, it's $6. It's checking if it is enough with if the balance of the card is enough. All right. So here we have $6. It was redeemed in V. I don't think you need to show this on your video, but I'll just show you that the first attempt to try and check the balance of the card, the the amount will be deducted, right? So there's no way that the customer can back out from the transaction. So when I click on post, it will simply print the receipt. Right. Right. So the invoice is now posted. Okay. Alpha. Okay. So yeah. Let's check the error we saw earlier. It is already fixed in production. So it's when you try to access the an invoice that is V card redemption, right? So here we have the recorded transaction of $6, right? So this one was the load I created earlier, right? So let's try and do a customer. Danny, right? Then Dan. Right, so I'll post. It will check the balance, right? So $19. If we check V, it will show the $19. Right, so let's post this and let's just wait for the invoice. Alright, so if we go back to V, refresh, and we have the customer, the invoice here. I think the error is about the account. So the customer I have selected earlier, it should appear here. It's a link, so that might be the error why we can't open any usage or debit V. Alright, now let's move on to loading V. Alright, so using the same V ID. So the initial balance here is $50, right? And I have used $25. So what we can do is use the same V card ID, right? Load V card. And as I have mentioned earlier, you can load up from $6 and up. So I'll be using $7 so that we can see the difference in back office. Alright, so regardless if you use it under a customer ID or account sales, it will go through. Right, so let's say it's cash payment of $10. No, this is an account sale, so let me use FPOS. Right. So for loading, there's no check. It will immediately post it, and if you check V, here we have the load. It's called refund here, but it's loading. And if we refresh this, we'll see it under the account. So see here, we have an account. So I think, yeah, it confirms that the error here, it's about the account. But yeah, this is a separate one. So if we try to open this one, hopefully it opens. Yeah, it opens the account. Okay, so Bibin needs to work on the invoices, the invoice view. But when we tested this last Wednesday, Bibin fixed it on production, then updated the code there, or the PR in master. So I think Alpha is just lagging the fix he applied in production. So in production, there is no error when you try to open an invoice, it's fixed. So yeah, that's basically V. So loading and redemption.